Hello everyone, my name is Patricia and welcome to my Scentsy Empties for the month of February. This is a big empty month. Usually February is a short month, but because I did my Bring Back My Bar warm review and empties early in January, I actually have about 5 weeks of empties here. So I've got my big basket and we will get into the empties right now. Okay, so we're going to start with the currently available scents. Now keep in mind when I post this video, some of these are going to be currently available, but we're going to be transitioning to a new catalog on Friday with March 1st, so some of them might be old. But speaking of old, I'm going to show you some old packaging. Iced Pine. I went through my stash and I wanted to try to use up some old packaging, so you'll be starting to see some older bars kind of creep into my empties. So this one is Green Fir and Pine with Icy Peppermint. Yeah, and it's a pretty strong pine scent. You can get that boost with the peppermint. Peppermint is also strong. I find both those scents don't last a terribly long time, so it's pretty intense for a bit and then it kind of dies off. But Ice Pine, I do really like that one. The next one I went through was Mandarin Grapefruit Amber. Now this one is retiring, will no longer be available come March 1st. It's basically Mandarin, Grapefruit, and Amber. And I do have trouble with amber scents. This one is very strong to my nose. I feel like it's in between a light and a dark amber, but I do love grapefruit scents, which is why I picked it up. But this is a little too perfumey for me. And I do have it in the body lotion and the hand cream, so I got to try to use those up. This would not be a repurchase for me if it was still currently available. Yeah, it's pretty intense. I find that amber gives it a very strong perfumey vibe. The next one I went through is Blue Grotto. Blue Grotto is currently available and it will be actually transitioning into the citrus category. It's got fresh tropical notes, sweet citrus, and lush botanicals. This one is one of my husband's favorites. I think it's a husband thing. They must like Blue Grotto for some reason. It's a very bright citrus scent, but you get that kind of like that tropical vibe. It's good. I would say medium intensity in my house. It's okay, but he really, really likes that in the car bar. Now this next one is a little bit special to me. I finished up a bar of vanilla mint. So the reason it's special is because Danielle, one of my subscribers, sent me a random act of kindness one day. And she sent me a lot of things. She sent me like 3 Scentsy clamshells, a Super Tarts clamshells, a bunch of vendor wax in a box. And let me tell you, she lives in the US and I live in Canada. It's not cheap to send that up here. So my husband said one day, you have a package. I said, I'm not expecting anything. And lo and behold, it was this. I couldn't believe it. I had a horrible day, like the worst day ever. I read the card. I started to cry. So anyway, thank you so much to Danielle. And it kind of goes to show that the actual random part of the random act of kindness really catches people off guard in a great way. I encourage people to kind of do something for somebody else this week. Try to find something nice to do for someone and surprise them. You're going to make their day. Anyway, so vanilla mint. So this is wintergreen, vanilla. I've got my list down here, and frozen citrus. I love this scent, but I do find it on the lighter side. I put it in my kids' bathroom. I kind of changed up my warmers this month, and I kind of did a whole bunch of stuff. I put 2 mini warmers in the bathroom because there's 2 sinks, and I put 1 cube in each, and man, oh man, it did really well there, and it lasted a very, very long time. So it wasn't super strong, but it lasted forever, and I just loved it. So I put the last 2 cubes in there recently, and yeah, so that's great. Thank you again to Danielle. Okay, Poppy Fields. I finished up 2 clams of Poppy Fields. Now, this is basically poppy, fig, and roses. The weird thing about this scent is it performs very strong in some areas and kind of medium in other areas. But I would definitely say it has a punch. When I put it in the warmer, I'm not worried that I'm not going to be able to smell it, that's for sure. And I would say, to me, I get a fig as kind of like a sweet berry note. Like a sweet, but this is very bright in the package. I feel it's getting stronger as the weeks go on. Poppy Fields. I finished up 2 clams. It was everywhere in my house. Okay. We're going to move on to currently retired fragrances or things that you can't easily get. So Cherished. Now this is from Danielle too. She apologized because it was beat up. It actually got even more beat up in transit from the US to Canada. This was a very light perfumey scent to me. I'll read you the scent notes. Goji berry, passion flower, pink jasmine, and guava. First I warmed it by itself. I found it, it was okay. And then I decided to mix with poppy fields just to see if I could tone down poppy fields. And, I liked it both ways, so I'm glad I got to try this. Yeah, thank you to Danielle for that. I appreciate it. And she also sent me a bar. I think it's called Thank You, and I probably will never warm that because it just makes me happy, and I'll probably keep it as like a memento. Okay, finished up Spring Forward, no longer available. This is Italian bergamot, raspberry jam, and cedarwood. It was March 2018, scent of the month. I'm all out of Spring Forward, so that's officially gone. You won't see it again. I finished up a bar of Peppermint Rush, and look at that beautiful red. Isn't it beautiful? Peppermint Rush. It's peppermint, sweet vanilla, and an accord of freshly fallen snow. And sometimes you always wonder, what does snow smell like? Anyway, if it smells like this, I'm happy. This is a very intense peppermint, pretty strong Peppermint Rush. No longer available. It's been replaced with Perfect Peppermint, which to me is not quite as strong, but I finished up a very old bar of Winter Cypress. And this one is mint leaf, chilled raspberry, and frosted lavender. And I don't really like lavender, but this scent I really liked. I would warm it in my mudroom laundry room entranceway. It lasted a fairly long time. I really like this. I kind of used it over the past couple years at winter time, so that was nice. I liked that one. Kind of getting out of winter a little bit, I decided to finish up a bar of Coastal Strawberry. I'm one of those people that it's not a huge Coastal Strawberry fan, but I've come to appreciate it. Yeah, it's got a lot of jasmine. I pick up the jasmine. Let me read you the scent notes. Basically, do I have it here? Yes, strawberry vine, raspberry seeds, and jasmine. So it's a very earthy strawberry vine, like with the green note, a little bit of strawberry, and you get that jasmine. But people that love this really love this, and it's retired. It's not coming back. So I have a feeling that'll be voted back and bring back my bar at some point. Okay, this is one you can actually get on the website now in the clearance section. I wanted to try it because, uh-oh, the sun. The sun is coming out. Okay, I'm back, so now I'm in the dark, but anyway. This one you can get on the website now in the clearance as I film this. It is Autumn Blaze Maple. And I wanted to try it because I thought, what if I like it? I need to pick up a little bit. So it's basically crisp apples, which I like, pumpkin, which I'm okay with, maple syrup. I'm Canadian, so I should love maple syrup, but cinnamon I like, and smoldering oak I'm okay with. It's that maple. Oh my gosh. I don't really like this because of the maple. But I'm glad I have tried it. And I actually have another bar, I think, because I bought one or two at the time. So I have to finish up another bar of that at some point. In my open concept area, I didn't find it overly powerful in terms of maple. So I'll probably finish my bar there. But I also warmed up my son's room. And man, oh man, all you could smell was maple. It was crazy. Okay, this is one of my favorite scents. I call it the sexy bedroom scent. Do you know what one it is? It's coming back March 1st. I'm very, very happy, and I noticed it's coming back in the Scentsy Go Pods. It is sheer leather. Now, if you are scared of leather scents, yes, there's a tiny bit of leather, but it's not like bang in your face. It's not like weathered leather, because I hate that. Oh, this is very, very nice. And one time I decided to put in my nighttime warmers. So I have a few warmers that kind of illuminate our stairs and kind of like when we sleep, just so we can see. My husband leaves in the middle of the night to go to work and that kind of thing. And man, you could smell this everywhere. And I was surprised at that. So sheer leather, I'm happy that you're coming back. My bedroom will be a sexy place again. Thank God, my husband says. Okay, the next one, apple s'mores. Old packaging, like not bring back my bar packaging. I wanted to use it up. It was a bit sweaty. So this is a favorite of mine. It has a million scent notes. I'm just going to list them down below. But basically, it's like an apple, marshmallow, toasted vibe with like a smoldering wood kind of backdrop. It's very, very strong. In my open concept area, I don't smell that smoldering wood quite as much, and that's typically where I warm this. When I warm it, I warmed it in my son's room a couple of times. Yes, you could definitely smell that. So if you have a bar of this and you don't really like it, because I joke around, I said it's not for the faint of heart. But say you don't like this, try warming it in a huge open area, because you may not pick up as strongly on some of those notes that you don't like. Okay, moving on. Bring back my bar. All right, sweet plum pastry. I love it. This one I had to grow to love. I didn't absolutely love it the first time I warmed it. I kind of liked it better the second time I warmed it. Now I'm really coming around. It's black plum, toasted coconut, and marshmallow. I think maybe that's why it got discontinued, because people would try it and they were just like, eh, and then it's almost like you need 2 or 3 bars to fall in love. Anyway, sweet plum pastry. Gotta love it. The next one is, I think it's pronounced Tingelo. Tingelo? Oh gosh, here we go again. Anyway, this one, it's described as sweet fruit and tangy citrus. And the citrus is Tangelo, lemon, and apricot. And it also has lychee berry. Or is it lychee berry? Oh my gosh. God help me. Okay, this one here, I found it kind of light, but it's one of those ones that builds in the room. And then you're like, this is really nice. But you kind of have to give it a chance to build. It might be one of those ones that would be better left constantly going. I do find there's some scents that are better kind of with the warmers on 24/7. My Home. Woo! My Home is a great performer in my opinion. It's strong, it has cinnamon and florals. It's strong and it lasts a fairly long time, And it's not my favorite. My daughter really likes this one, but I don't like it enough to repurchase. But it's kind of like the spring summer version of Welcome Home. It's that floral. I don't know. To my nose, the floral and the cinnamon are kind of a strange combination, but people seem to love it. And it does well, and I think that's a great thing for the people that do love it. Another one I'm not crazy about, Blonde, Wood, and Moonflower. So this one is wood, amber, moonflower, white roses, and lilies. I smell that amber, I smell that blonde, wood, and that kind of vibe the most. But it's not very strong, but I think it's one of those ones that almost needs to cure, because it is a little bit stronger now that I've finished this bar. But that's it for me. No more blonde, wood, and moonflower. Okay, so that's it for the bars. We're going to talk briefly about my oil that I finished up. I'm trying to finish up one a month. This is just from the Harvest 3-pack, and this one is Happy Haunting, which is cherry, clove, and cinnamon. Out of the 3 in this sample set, this is my least favorite. Yeah, I don't really love this one. The other 2 I like. And I usually finish things I don't like as much first. That's the hoarder. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into rapid fire tester mode, and I will show you the testers in the big giant bag first. I'm not going to take them all out. I'm just going to list off how everyone did. Okay, we already talked about Blue Grotto. Salted caramel cupcake. I finished up some of that. It was caramel, cocoa, pink sea salt, and cupcake. Not crazy about that one. It reminded me a little bit of Amber Hollow. Coconut lemongrass is basically coconut and lemongrass. You can find that on Tester Tuesday. I'm not a huge lemon person. I'm not a huge coconut person, but that is a big fan favorite. It's true to its name. Coastal Strawberry we already talked about. Summer Holiday was a light floral. It was a pleasant, soft fragrance. I found it better in a smaller area. It will be coming back March 1st. It had plumeria, tiger lily, sweet orange, vanilla, and amber. CAMU. I actually have a partial bar in my cabinet of CAMU. That is also in Tester Tuesday. It is mandarin, CAMU, and passion fruit. A very tropical, vibrant, fresh, fun scent. And people love it. And I really liked it too. So I would check that one out. And some of the new release ones that are in this bag. We have 6. Pink cotton, which is basically pink cotton, clean cotton, pink berries, and what else? Vanilla sugar. That one is a very strong scent, a strong laundry scent with a little bit of a fruity, feminine twist. Prickly pear and agave is basically prickly pear, agave, and sheer petals. To me, it reminded me a little bit in the same kind of category as sea salt and avocado. It lasts a long time. It's not a personal favorite of mine. I didn't really care for it, but I appreciate the fact that it's a pretty good performer. Strawberry taffy. That one is basically very candy taffy strawberry. But if that kind of thing is up your alley, I think you're going to love Strawberry Taffy. It's very sweet and youthful. Farmer's Market is in Tester Tuesday this week. I really liked it in a different kind of way. It's very unique and I appreciate that. It's a green scent, very earthy and green, but a tiny bit of sweetness to it, so that makes it a little more pleasant and palatable. Some green scents are very astringent, kind of remind me of weeds. This is really nice. Then you get that hint of rose. It's a very nice and authentic fragrance. You feel like you're walking through the farmer's market. You smell the vegetables and you smell the floral arrangements. Mickey Mouse and Friends. Yes, that was a great one. Georgia peach and orange peel and vanilla. I do not smell vanilla. It's heavy on the Georgia peach. The orange peel comes in, kind of reminds me of like a marmalade vibe, a little bit of a bitterness, but a good way because the Georgia peach is so intense and sweet. But yeah, it's really nice. And Waves and Wonders was the last tester I used up. It is basically coastal cypress, beach grass, and amber. It was not a favorite of mine. It's a masculine scent, a deep masculine scent, kind of on the softer side. It wasn't very strong. So maybe that's good for me. It wasn't very strong, but for people that really like strong scents, you may not love Waves and Wonders. Okay, to finish things up, we are going to talk about the non-wax items I used. I'm going to talk about the washer whiffs first. These are little crystals that you put in your wash to enhance the fragrance. They are not meant to clean your clothes. The first one I finished up was Beach Daisy. This is a very strong floral, but it's nice. It's got like sweetness of fruit as well with the daisy. And it didn't come back, and I was very, very sad about that. But you never know. You never know. I'm holding out hope we're going to see it in a brick. You never know. I finished up a washer whiffs and a laundry soap in Silver Bells. And this is a favorite fragrance of mine. I really like Silver Bells. It's like candy cane and pear and warm vanilla sugar and caramel. Kind of a strange sounding combination, but it's just a nice soft fragrance. It's not an overpowering fragrance, and maybe in the laundry it was hard to pick up, but I really, really like that scent. So I'm just going to reach for these things really quick. You're going to see me a little closer than you want. Oops. We got flying stuff. Okay, this one here, I took the packaging off. This one was Sunkissed Citrus Counter Clean. This was all right. I am trying all the fragrances in Counter Clean. So far, I think my favorite is Sea Salt and Avocado. But I took off the packaging because we have a new product coming up March 1st. It's like an all-purpose cleaner, and it comes in a big bottle, and you have to dilute it. So it's like 1 part all-purpose cleaner and 3 parts water. So, and it's kind of says to be used, it will make 6, I believe, bottles this size. So I'm just going to have a little notch where I make a little mark so I know how far up to go. Or you could put in a clear spray bottle. But right now there's a lot of stickiness, so I'll probably try to clean that off with something like Gooby Gone. Anyway, if that doesn't work, I'll just pick up another container. I finally finished a hand soap in Vanilla Bean Buttercream. And this is my first hand soap I've finished. And yes, I wash my hands all the time. But these things, okay, one thing I want to show you. This only depresses like this much. Most hand soaps depress like at least double. And what happens is there's a little thing around here and you have to remove that. And I kept unscrewing it, waiting for it to pop up. No, it doesn't pop up. It just depresses a tiny bit, which is nice because you often don't need as much soap as a full pump. So this is great, and I find it's the perfect consistency, and it doesn't like slide off your hands, and it lathers up really nice. This is not my favorite scent, but I love the hand soaps. I do find they're a little bit expensive, to be honest, but I think because they last so long, it's probably worth it. Because say if you compare it to like a Bath and Body Works soap, which is probably like half the price, but you go through them twice as fast, so I don't know. Anyway, Sugar Body Cream. One of my favorite products. This one is Lemon Drops and Cotton Candy. Now, I want to say something about the body cream. I use this on my hands. I do have a couple hand creams I'm using up, but I don't really prefer the hand creams. I kind of like this. And I've also got a different fragrance, the Mandarin Grapefruit Amber going. The sugar is thicker. I love the sugar, and I've already repurchased that. 3 more things. 2 car bars. We have a car bar in, what is this? Cider Mill. This is a good one. And we have a car bar in Snowberry. This was a good one. I put this in my SUV. I kind of have an old beater up car. It's a long story, but I put this one in the big SUV and it didn't perform the greatest. I put this in my smaller car that I purchased off a lease from my mom. It's a long story, but my husband's like, we're just going to drive your old car to the ground. I'm like, okay. So this one performed really well in the smaller area. So if you have a huge vehicle, it might be kind of hard to have this scent the whole thing. So you might need 2. One towards the back, one towards the front. I don't know. It's just a thought. But then it kind of gets costly. So I really prefer the Scentsy Go for vehicles. If you have not purchased a Scentsy Go, I think it's great for a car. If you're in a colder climate like Canada, basically just use it in the spring, summer, and fall. Don't use it in the winter. And my highlight of the month. Here's my little lonely scent circle. And Plum and White Woods. Rest in peace, Plum and White Woods. I love you so much. This scent circle was crazy. It lasted almost a month and a half, and I am not joking. I had it in my car over a month. Sorry about that. Go figure, people actually still use the regular phone. Anyway, Plum and White Woods. I had this in my vehicle for 5 weeks. It smelled intense. Not all 5 weeks, but man, it was still going. And then I took it out because I said I need a change, even though I love this fragrance, and it's not coming back. And then I put it in my closet for another week or 2. It's crazy. If you have a Plum and White Woods scent circle and you're not doing anything, mail it to me. I'll pay you. It was great. Anyway, question of the month. What scent are you super bummed is not returning for the spring and summer catalog? For me, I think the biggest one that I'm sad about is Plum and White Woods, followed closely probably by Beach Daisy. But anyway, I'm eager to see what you are really sad is not returning. But as always, there's new scents coming, so we'll find something that we like. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.